Welcome back. Thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Remember to subscribe to this podcast because from time to time you will get bonus content like this one. What I wanted to talk about was the other day I was scrolling on the internet, right? And I came across this article that talked about the things that you should not have if you're over the age of 30. And as I read the article, I was wondering, like, okay, I wonder how much of this stuff will actually pertain to me. Will it be gender specific? Will it be for married people like me or single people? And I was like, after I read it, I was like, okay, they pointed out and highlighted some things. And I was like, this would be perfect for the podcast because the majority of the people that listen to this podcast are between the ages of 25 and 55, right? So that actually includes you. But a couple of things I jotted down here and that they mentioned in this article, and I wanted to share with you guys. Things that you should not have if you are over 30 years old. And these are in no particular order, but I wrote down a few. Number 1, multiple remote controls. Now, I don't know about this one because there was a time where, you had to have a remote control that, not only controlled the TV, but the DVD player and the CD player and the stereo and everything like that. And now, you probably could find one and program it to, control all of those if you have all of those things. I mean, at one point in time, I had several DVD players. Now, it's obsolete for me. I have, whatever I need to watch, I can watch on TV. But yeah, I do remember being single in my bachelor days, having, multiple remote controls. So if you're over 30, I guess, yeah, you probably, especially now with technology, you probably shouldn't have multiple remote controls. Number 2, a futon. Yeah, nothing screams college dorm better than, a futon. And it's funny because I went out to L.A. to kick up my boy Jay Fresh that I grew up with last month. And Fresh is about to move into this new place. And he was like, yo, I'm about to, in this room right here, I got an idea for, I might do this, and I'll put a futon. And I was like, futon? I'm like, man, what are you, 12? But, Fresh is single. He doesn't have any kids. He's probably, not getting married anytime within the next 10 years. So, futon might work for him. Personally, for me, I like my space and I like for rooms to look a certain way. I've never been a futon guy. I've always been a bed guy. But, yeah, man, nah, you over 30, let the futons go. That's funny. Number 3, a piggy bank. Now, I don't know how many of you still have piggy banks. I mean, like the literal piggy bank. I haven't had a I haven't had a piggy bank since, I don't know, I was 7. So I was surprised to see this come up on this list. Now, there was a time in my life where I had like a coin jar and I would just put all my coins in. So I guess you could call that a piggy bank, but it really wasn't a piggy bank. But, just being a single guy, go out, whatever, you get change, you just put the change in the joint. And, that's all it was. It was just a spot where I kept coins at. But yeah, the the days of collecting pennies for your piggy bank are long gone. If you're over 30 and you have a piggy bank, get rid of it quickly. Number 4, old perfume and cologne. Yeah, I agree. Now let me start by saying that I'm not a guy that wears a lot of cologne. Like I've got maybe 2 or 3 bottles of cologne, and that's it. And to be honest, I really don't wear that. My favorite cologne right now is this the scent of Burberry, and I've had I've had this bottle for about 5 years. So I mean, like I'm not really a big cologne wearer. But yeah, if you have old cologne, I don't think your significant other or the person that you're trying to impress or, get close to, I don't think they want to smell, some old cologne. And trust me, or perfume for that matter. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, there is a difference between new cologne and perfume and old cologne and perfume. So, ladies, if you have that old perfume from like 2000, get rid of it. I mean, like it's time to go. It's past time to go. Number 5, shoes that hurt. Oh my gosh. I'll go out on a limb and say that this probably pertains to women more so than men. At least the men that I know. Most men that I know, generally speaking, they won't continue to wear a shoe that hurts their foot or hurt their feet. The women, and I'm just going to say the women that I know, I don't want to generalize all women. The women that I know, they will probably rock a pair of shoes even if they hurt, if they're cute. If the shoes are fly and they could probably get away with it for the night, they'll do it. They'll get it off. They'll definitely get it off. But you shouldn't. If you're over 30, you shouldn't be wearing shoes that hurt your feet. And honestly, I mean, you really shouldn't be having shoes that hurt your feet because, generally speaking, by the time you're 30, I don't think your foot grows anymore. So, I mean, like for me, I've been wearing the same shoe size for the last, 20, 30 years. Unless you're still growing taller, and most of us aren't. So, whatever. Number 6, it goes without saying, but shoes that smell. You should not have if you're over the age of 30. Shoes that smell. I mean, honestly, you don't need your crib stink. You don't need your closet stink. You don't need nothing stink. If the shoes start to stink, then you either need to get rid of them or you need to clean them or do something. You can't have shoes that smell. Number 7, souvenir shot glasses. I think I can raise my hand on this one because I do have some souvenir shot glasses and I'm over 30 and I probably should get rid of them. And the reason being is that you probably won't ever use those shot glasses again. I mean, if you went to, Mexico in 2015 and you brought back some shot glasses from your trip to Mexico, you probably haven't used those shot glasses since you came back from Mexico. And more often than not, those shot glasses are collecting dust. It is what it is. Get rid of them. I stand guilty as charged. In fact, just last year, I threw away a couple of shot glasses because I'd had them for a while. And I mean, to be honest, I don't even really take shots like that, but they were just here, just in the way. So yeah, get rid of them. Number 8, and this pertains to the ladies, bridesmaid dresses. Yeah, I think unless you just want to keep a dress for nostalgia, you probably don't need to hang on to that to that dress. I mean, like, if you keep that dress, where are you going to wear it? When you were the bridesmaid, everybody saw you in that particular dress. I don't care how fly the dress was. You're not wearing it to a ball or something. You're not wearing it to Walmart. So, I mean, like, yeah, you probably, now wedding dresses, that's different because you're the bride. But I mean, a bridesmaid, and I know you paid probably a, nice chunk of change for it, but yeah, probably should let that go. You're 30 plus. Get rid of it. Number 9. It's for the ladies as well. Bras that don't fit. Now, I'm going to tread water here, and I'm going to tread very lightly because, one, I don't wear bras. So that's obvious. But, like, it wasn't, I'll be honest with y'all, like, it wasn't until I got older, like, I understood the value of bras and a good bra. I mean, as a man, we don't know, so we just assume all bras are the same. And then, that time when you go to buy a woman a bra and you look at the price tag and it's like $125, you're like, wait a minute, why is this bra so expensive? It's because, bras they need to look good, but they need to be comfortable for the young lady. So, and as, we grow, and as your body grows, I'm assuming a woman's breast grows, even if her cup size grows, so she has to be comfortable. And, fellas, make sure that you buy your woman some good bras, every year. But yeah, ladies, if you got a few bras that don't fit the way that they used to and they hurt you, and you're over 30, you probably should get rid of them. I agree with this article. Get rid of any bras that don't fit if you're over 30. Number 10, skinny jeans. And what they mean by skinny jeans, not the style of the trend to wear jeans that are skinny, but almost everybody under the sound of my voice has some jeans that really don't fit the way that they used to. And who knows, maybe you picked up a couple of pounds during COVID and, you're at the crib, you're not really wearing a lot of stuff, and now you put these jeans on and now they don't fit. That's one thing. And you can probably squeeze yourself into a pair of jeans. Okay, that's cool. But for others, everybody's got a pair of jeans or two that just are too skinny for you. And to be honest, unless you go on some type of crash diet, you're probably not going to fit in those jeans. Jeans tend to age. And I mean, honestly, think about it. Your oldest pair of jeans, how old are they? 5, 10, 15 years? Probably not. Probably not. So if they're really, really skinny on you, ditch them. Number 11, old trophies. Now, I got a bone to pick with this one. Because yes, your boy does have like my old baseball trophies in here when I played baseball when I was like 15. I got my football trophies from high school and college. I mean, and you know what's interesting? Both my wife and I have our trophies in a closet, but like they're not visible to anybody that would come into the house. So I guess we probably should get rid of them, but it's just, I mean, like I earned that baseball award in 1985. Why should I have to part with it? Yeah, but you really should get rid of old trophies. If you're over the age of 30, you should get rid of your old trophies. Number 12, CDs on display. If you're over the age of 30, you should get rid of your CD display. This one hurts. And it hurts because technology has phased out the CD. I used to have, and I think I talked about this on another podcast, I used to have these huge CD towers. And the CD towers, I had them in alphabetical order, and I had them, based on it. At one point in time, I had them in alphabetical order, and another time I rearranged them, and I had it based on like East Coast. I had an East Coast side, I had a West Coast side. I had a Dirty South CD. I mean, like, it was based on crews. Like Wu-Tang had a section, Mobb Deep had a section. It was crazy. Bad Boy had a section. Rockefeller had a section. But yeah, with technology, there's no need to display your CDs, honestly, because if you're like me, like I'm on Spotify, so anything that I want to listen to is on Spotify. There's very little music that I have on CD that I can't pull up on Spotify. And so, my CDs now are in a box. And it's unfortunate because it's like sometimes I feel like back in the day, I would just like see a CD and be like, oh yeah, let me listen to that. And with Spotify, you don't get that same feeling. You have to actually search for it, And same, I guess, for Apple Music and what's the other joint? The Jay-Z joint, Tidal. So, it's that's what it is. But, technology's kind of phased that out. So, yeah, if you're over the age of 30, you probably should get rid of your CD display. Number 13. Plastic chairs. Yeah. If you're over 30, you should not have plastic chairs. However, let me confess something to you. All right. So I mentioned my boy Jay Fresh, right? Jay Fresh and I moved to Atlanta in 1997. Fresh out of college, 2 young cats in a new city with a pocket full of money. And we lived in a townhouse, right? We had plastic chairs. And don't get me wrong, it's not that we couldn't afford like chairs. And I'm talking about like the plastic chairs that you would sit in your backyard, when your guests come over for the cookout. We had those kind of plastic chairs in our crib. And it was like, I can't even tell you why we had plastic chairs to even try to sound like I'm justifying having it. But it wasn't, I don't even think it was just us being cheap. It was just like, we just got plastic chairs and we didn't think anything of it. And, anybody that came over, they just sat in the chairs. They ain't really complaining nothing, I mean, he had girls come through. They like the plastic chairs. I had a girlfriend at the time. So, but yeah, that was plastic chairs. Wow. So yeah, if you're over 30, even if you shouldn't even have plastic chairs in your backyard. I'll put it like that. Number 14, old cell phones. I ain't really feeling this one because here's the thing. I still have like my old BlackBerry and like, I want to say that was what, what's that? Cause I have an iPhone now, but I was like late to the iPhone party. Like I was on BlackBerry for, I want to say it was like what, 2005, something like that. I held on to that BlackBerry for a long time. That might have been 2010 when I got rid of that BlackBerry. I know I had it in 2010 at least, but nonetheless, I still have the phone. Like I still have the phone. I still have that actual phone. So like, if I got a charger and charged it up, I could, see whatever I had on there, which is crazy. But I have no reason to. And I mean, all of the contacts and all of that stuff is transferred over. So like, there's really no need to hold on to an old phone. I did, however, have a flip phone. if I could find that flip phone, which I'm pretty sure I don't have around here, but if I could find it, that'd be dope. But really and truly, I mean, unless you are actually using your old phone, there's really no need for you to keep the old phone. Honestly, if you're over 30, you don't need it. Number 15. If you're over the age of 30, you should not have someone's business cards. Yeah, I mean, with the advent of technology, I mean, you can get people's phone numbers, you can get people's email address. Business cards really are obsolete. I mean, don't get me wrong, people still use business cards, and if you give me a business card, I'll probably take it and throw it away. Honestly. I never hold on to business cards. I'll get the information, but I'm not going to, the physical card, no, I'm getting rid of it. Number 16, red party cups. I don't know about this one. The red cups, I mean, that's a staple. You drink out of red cups. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, when you have people over and they're drinking, or if you're standing outside and you're drinking out of a red plastic cup. And the cup has to be red because that's the signal that there's alcohol in the cup. You wouldn't be drinking out of a white cup. You'd be drinking out of a red plastic cup. However, those red cups are really for parties and, functions and stuff like that. You really shouldn't have any on deck. Meaning, like, if I went to my boy Charles's house and he gave me something to drink, I shouldn't be drinking out of a red cup. Like, I mean, we're over 30. I should be drinking out of a glass, right? In fact, you shouldn't have any plastic cups in your house. But that's another story for another day. Yeah, so you're over 30, get rid of your red cups. Unless you're having a party. And then when the party's over, throw the red cups away. Number 17, dead flowers. Yeah, I'm with this one. If you're over the age of 30, you probably shouldn't have any dead flowers in your crib. I did a pretty decent job of taking care of flowers at one point in time in my life, but it's flowers are, it's this, you got to pay attention. It's not something that you could just kind of, let go and just be by it itself. So that stage of my life where I had flowers, I took good care of them, but it was just too much to manage. But yeah, if you're over the age of 30, and I was actually under 30 at the time when I had these flowers, get rid of the flowers. Number 18, laundry racks. Yeah, if you're over the age of 30, you should not have laundry racks in your house. I do remember being a single bachelor, drying my shirts on a laundry rack. Then I moved up a little bit and, got a dryer like civilized people do. Yeah, if you're over 30, you're not in college anymore. Get rid of the laundry racks. Speaking of laundry, number 19, if you're over the age of 30, get rid of raggedy clothes. The clothes or the shirts, fellas, that has, a few holes in it, or the pants that, got a little stain in it on the leg or whatever. And ladies, you too, those panties that might have a hole or two in it. Fellas, the boxers that, giving you more than one place to breathe. Yeah, get rid of it. Come on now. It's just raggedy. It's you wouldn't want anybody to see you in that stuff. And be honest, a lot of times that stuff is just in your closet and it's not doing anything. And last but not least, number 20, things that you should not have if you're over 30 years old: a broken umbrella. Now, when I saw this on the list, I was like, really? Like, what's the purpose of having a broken umbrella? I need my umbrella to work. I'm one of the few people that you probably know that didn't get an umbrella until I was an adult. The whole time I was in college, I never owned an umbrella. And it became problematic for me, particularly by the time I was a senior, because if there were days when it was raining and I couldn't catch a ride to class, I ain't go to class. Man, the hell with that class. And that wasn't too smart. But, you know, you live and you learn. But yeah, I don't know who hangs on the broken umbrellas. I mean, the umbrella serves one purpose. And once it can't serve that purpose, it's really no need for you to hang on to it. So, yeah, if you're over the age of 30, man, you should not have a broken umbrella. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's 20 things. I just jotted them down. And I wanted to kick it to you guys and you know, just kind of give you an idea as to what some of the things that you should not have if indeed you're over the age of 30. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Again, thank you for checking out this bonus edition to the 12 Kyle podcast. Like I said at the beginning, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any bonus content, as well as the weekly content that drops every Thursday at midnight. That's going to do it for me. It's your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5 G's.